Imagine you just woke up and it's 2006. You wake up with that gray colored Dell Dimension right in front of you, or an HP Pavilion from about, what, 10 years ago. Now, imagine the realization that you didn't have smartphones back then. Smartphones look way different than what smartphones look right now. They didn't look like this and had like really high pixel density and were really sharp and had OLED in them. They used to look like this. Yes, I made a video about this phone back before. I didn't really do enough research, but this thing has GPS, and I'm pretty amazed. This thing has all the stuff that your phone would have right now. And by the way, all the stuff in this was considered luxury back then. I mean, look at the Nokia N95. That crap had an accelerometer. I mean, this doesn't have an accelerometer. But it was still considered pretty luxurious. I mean, if your parents were pretty filthy rich, you'd have probably had this or a BlackBerry or a Nokia N95 back then. But honestly, the common folk back then used to have phones like these. And if you're really a working man, your organization, if it were rich enough, would probably give you a PDA, which is what this is. Now, people used to carry multiple different devices just to do one task. I mean, we're so used to our phones having everything, all of the stuff that these phones have built into this. Just like a small form factor into a single device that can do all the stuff that a separate device would do back then. And if you want to listen to music, oh wow, let me guess, you probably lost the dongle that your phone probably came with. Yes, this one needs a dongle because this is a 2.5mm jack. You had to get one of these, a separate MP3 player. And what am I gonna review today? Is it gonna be this? I already made a video about this. This is out. Or this. It's gonna be the green one. Yes, back before smartphones existed and phones still looked like this, we used to have separate devices, like I just said. I mean, phones like these couldn't play MP3s pretty well. And back then, MP3s used to be really shit quality. I mean, like, try to listen to an MP3 from like, what, 2007 or something, and tell me how different they are.
And I met you in the summer, so my heart beat down.
I mean, DangPods actually has had some devices with them that actually had their original songs on them, and they sound abysmal. Anyways, phones aside and everything, these are gonna have a video of their own. Anyways, this is the main event, this green little critter. What is this green critter? It is the Creative Micro. This is the Creative Zen Micro. This was released in November of 2004. This thing is well above 20 years old. And the first generation ones had a 5GB hard drive. This had I think it was a Hitachi micro drive. That thing blew up and this thing just stopped working. I had to get a 16GB compact flash card to fix this. And yes, this did come in the 16GB versions, but they were pretty expensive. I mean, flash storage back then and compact storage was pretty expensive. I mean, a gigabyte of flash storage was much more than what a gigabyte is worth now. So why have this? I mean, yeah, sure, the iPod mini was already out back then. The iPod mini, the iPod photo, even I think the iPod video was released too. Now these two were pretty expensive. I mean, the common folk could not afford an iPod, and I can speak this from my experience that yes, they were insanely expensive back when they were new, and back when they started to die, and they were still way too overpriced back then. But I mean, yeah, it was a pretty new technology. Flash storage was pretty new. I mean, back then flash storage was what, like 64 gigabytes. I mean, I still let me show you real quick. I still have the original SD card that came with my PDA iPack, which was this 64 megabytes. Yeah, megabytes, not gigabytes. Not gigabytes. Buddy, 1 gigabyte back then felt like 1 terabyte right now. I mean, that crap was pretty big. I mean, normally laptops would come in 80 gigabyte drives back then. Not even 80 gigabyte, maybe even 5, 10, or maybe even 20 gigabytes. So 80 was insane. I mean, 80 was a lot back then. I mean, 100 gigabytes, imagine 100 terabytes now. Anyways, enough rambling about flash storage. Let's just get into what this thing is. It's an MP3 player. It plays waves, and it can play MP3s. And there was also another obscure file format that I'm gonna place right now, and there's gonna be short text with it explaining what it is. And yeah, it's probably gone now. Anyways, let's get into this. And yes, the springs, they fell out, and the cover is also beginning to degrade, and there are cracks forming. And yeah, in here, as you can see, focus. Creative Labs Incorporated. This is the model number. This is whatever this is, serial, whatever. I don't care. FCC, yeah, that's to comply with FCC. For home and office use. Oh man, I thought I had to use it for like what? Industrial use. You know, I would go up to a brick and start carving at it with this. Anyways, not to be recycled, improperly recycled, whatever, blah blah blah, all the stuff you'd see on stuff back then. Also, the 16 gigabyte versions and the higher capacity models were released pretty later. This I think was an early model or a late model because this came with 6 gigabytes. Anyways, now when you first turn it on, it would show this, the Creative logo, and then the Creative logo again. Not once but twice. I mean, damn, Creative, you had to let us know twice, and this is made by Creative. And yes, it's the Zen Micro. Sure, the more cheaper version of the what do you call it? The iPod mini. It was either this or the iPod mini. It was one of these two. Okay? I mean, back then Creative was competing with the iPod. They made pretty good stuff. Except for these horrible controls. These controls are so horrible. I hate these controls. I mean, let me bring my other MP3 player. This piece of crap does a much better job than this, and this is made by Sony. Sony, I mean, there were a lot of brands that were making MP3 players before the 2010s, which was the smartphone era, and this was not released in the smartphone era. I bought this very late, and as you can see, this has had a lot of use by me. This pumps out pretty good quality stuff. I mean, to be honest, this is a really good MP3 player, and yes, if you want to get into the game, this is what I'd recommend you to buy for the first time. It's cheap, it is really lightweight, it is very small, it fits in your pocket really nicely, and yeah, I put this piece of tape because I dropped it so many times. You can see there are dents and scuffs. that the clips broke, and now this just wants to like just open up. But there's screws in here, but that won't let it open. So I just put this tape to stop it from opening. Anyways, these controls are so horrible. Look, let me turn this thing on and show you how good the controls are. Okay, so imagine I want to see my my songs. Okay, albums. Okay, nice albums. Yeah, good. Very easy to navigate. This thing. Oh wow! Look. This is what I mean by terrible controls. Look, this is what I mean by terrible controls. It is so annoying that, in fact, it's just annoying overall. Like the amount of misclicks and stuff that I don't want it to happen. And here I've opened the wrong one because for some reason the touchpad doesn't want to cooperate. And as you can see, it is pretty responsive, but it's just annoying overall. I mean, see, look at how bad it is at scrolling. And also they had to copy the clicker, which somehow plays out of the microphone. Yes, it plays. That sound is playing out of the microphone. It's now playing out of some piezoelectric speaker that most iPods had. It is playing out of the goddamn microphone. And yes, this had a microphone. Let me quickly record. If it lets me record. Hey guys, you're hearing the quality of the creative Zen Micro, which was released in the year 2004. And yeah, this is the quality. Wow, yum, tasty. I can smell the bit rate. I can taste the bits. Anyways, this thing is such a piece of work that it's honestly annoying to have to always have to scroll on this. Like, why can't we just have up and down buttons like this thing? Just scroll wherever we want. Wow. Scroll wherever we want. Or have a good click wheel like Microsoft? Or have a good click wheel like Apple, where you just scroll like this in any direction and it would just go. It was honestly, my friend has an iPod, and I've used an iPod. That's way more better than this. His iPod is pretty beat up, and the battery doesn't even work. The battery's dead. It was a video iPod, like, you know, that weird squarish looking one with the compressed screen and the compressed click wheel. Yeah, that one, which this is trying to copy. And yeah, honestly, in my opinion, those are way better to operate and use than this fugly, annoying piece of crap thing, or whatever this is, touchpad, which barely responds. I don't know what these people were thinking back then. It also has a hold switch, which is pretty useful because these buttons, these aren't buttons. These are touch sensitive. Now, since your thigh is going to be touching these, imagine all the stuff that's going to happen. Like, your songs are going to skip, your songs are randomly going to stop, or it's going to play something completely different, or just straight up turn off your device. Yeah, and at least it has a 3.5mm jack. Oh, but what is that I hear? This doesn't support modern earphones. Yes, this thing is such a piece of work. I mean, every technology thing that was released before the 2010s, they didn't have a separate microphone contact. They only had 2. They didn't have 3 rings. They had 2 rings. One for left, one for right. That's it. That's all. That's all they had. I mean, if you wanted a microphone, you'd probably have a different tab on the side that would connect to the microphone contacts. But this was before, like, earphones became high-end. I mean, most people own tinny, low-end, plasticky earphones that just came with their phones or device that they'd buy back then, and then they would just stick with it. But, I mean, times have changed. We now have, like, anyone can buy decent earphones like these and connect it up This one does work because I bought this back in 2018. This one doesn't. This one hates it. You know, in fact, I even connected this up to this directly. It just kept on shutting off for some reason. I don't know why, but it just kept shutting off. But overall, honestly, the bass is pretty okay. With earphones like these, upgraded earphones like these it's pretty good, honestly. If you change the EQ, the bass is pretty good. Unlike this one, the bass on this is sometimes too heavy, sometimes too light. But this one's just right. Sometimes, most of the times, it's just right. But I just want to point out that this thing needs a dongle, just like every other piece of tech that I have from 2006 and before. And another thing is, it takes mini USB, which probably not many people have. I had to really rummage through to find a charger for this. I mean, it was pretty difficult, but honestly, if you're getting into MP3 players and stuff, like you want to get into that retro, what is it called? Perspective, then I would recommend you buy this. This is really good. Honestly, I've had a better experience with this, with the UI and the usability than this. This thing is abysmal. The amount of menus you have to go through by using this torturous sliding control every time compared to this, which just has these buttons, man. They're just so good, man. They're just so good. If I want to open the menu, I just tap option and then just go up and down multiple times, and this just doesn't skip anything else. Like, it does not skip. It's pretty good, honestly. I would recommend this. But if you really want to get into it, I mean, since these things are getting pretty expensive because of the amount of people who are buying it, honestly, I would not recommend the Creative Zen Micro if you're doing it for the first time. I would recommend something like this from Sony, especially Sony. Sony makes really good MP3 players too. They're pretty good. They're pretty good, honestly, from my experience. I had a pink Walkman before this too, a pink USB one, which is gonna be displayed right now. And I love that thing before my brother chewed on the USB head and just absolutely
destroyed
it, and it died, and it never turned on again. Yeah. I mean, he was teething and I was pretty careless, so I just keep my stuff wherever I wanted, and I learned my lesson. Now I keep my stuff in its own places. But anyways, enough oversharing. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. That's my review. That's everything I had to show you. And yeah, I'll see all of you next time. Bye-bye. Bye. Thanks for watching. You can leave. I said you can leave. Hello? Hello? Hello?